Hello, I'm Peggy Ann Saltz at App Promotion Summit in Berlin, speaking with Daniel Kahtan from AppsFlyer. Welcome, Daniel.
Thank you.
Great to have you here. Let's start off with, the high-level view. Tell me about AppsFlyer.
AppsFlyer is a mobile measurement and attribution company working with advertisers who are spending money on ad campaigns for their mobile apps, wanting to track all the downloads, see where they're coming from, really giving them the power of the information and the data to then optimize the campaigns that they're running, whether it's in-house with agencies or through ad networks. And that's really the top-down view of what we do.
I mean, there are some other companies in the space doing that, to be quite honest.
Sure.
What is special about AppsFlyer? Tell me about what you're doing that is differentiating you from the others, or maybe going a little deeper in the data than the others.
It's a very good question. There are a few companies in the space. Each one has its own niche. AppsFlyer specifically is integrated with over 700 ad networks around the world, truly global reach. We're a Facebook mobile measurement partner, a Twitter mobile measurement partner, working very closely with Google and many ad networks, like I said. Everything that we're providing as a service is in real time. So really providing that data down to the second, enabling those advertisers to really keep track of everything that's going on without any delay. It's a very robust service. And there are always other facets of software as a service that come into play. Great support team, always on hand. Like I mentioned, global. We have offices in San Francisco and in Beijing, headquartered in Israel, and providing that local support for all our clients no matter where they are.
So what are you finding that the advertisers want in the way of data? Is it for retargeting and re-engagement, or is it to understand the audience, be more granular? What is it exactly they're looking for?
I think everything comes together, and there's no just one thing that an advertiser is focused on. Obviously, it starts with the initial install and driving those users to their apps, really understanding which of their paid campaigns are working well for them and which ones are working less.
Yeah. So to assist in that A/B testing a bit as well.
Yeah, for sure. But then there's also the direction of retargeting and re-engagement, where more and more advertisers are not just wanting to drive new downloads, but also wanting to re-engage with lapsed users, users who have not accessed the app in a while. And we, of course, facilitate that, not just in working together with the advertiser, but also in working with those networks that specialize in retargeting and enabling them to really optimize the campaigns that they're running based on the data that we're capturing.
So what do you see as the trend? Is it going to be more about retargeting and re-engagement? Is that where you see your business going?
I think generally our business is really there to serve the advertiser, whatever they're trying to achieve in that space. Naturally, I think the space is evolving more into that retargeting realm, and we'll of course be there to support the advertisers in that challenge and in the direction that they take there. But that won't detract from the basic service of tracking those campaigns, getting them up and running, not just the retargeting and re-engagement, but of course the regular install campaigns.
So where are you seeing the emphasis as we go into the 2015? Where are you seeing as a trend or maybe an objective of these campaigns more and more? Is it about user acquisition? Is it about retention more? Can you give me an idea of where you see the app developers and the publishers, what their focus is, and what you're also then supporting as well?
Sure. It depends. First and foremost, it depends on where and at which point the advertiser is at. If they're a new player on the space, then they're going to want to get exposure and drive new installs. Yeah. If they're a more established brand with an app that's been around for a while, then they're probably going to want to focus more on the retargeting and re-engagement side. I think generally, and not just with regards to AppsFlyer and the service we provide, but the whole ecosystem, advertisers are going to be looking to get the quality users at the lowest possible price. Prices are now increasing continuously because of competition, and when advertisers are wanting to drive high volumes, then just naturally the price is going to increase. But still, the challenge for the advertiser will be getting the best quality user at the lowest possible price, which is obviously going to increase their return on investment. and of course, not just from a retention perspective, but a continual engagement perspective, where they're able with those retargeting campaigns to really communicate and reach the user on a specific aspect of their app offering, which is going to make the user want to come back and engage and carry out a purchase, whichever it is.
I mean, you talk about support. Are you also finding that you're morphing a little bit into a consulting company? Because I know a lot of companies want to get their head more around the data, don't want to get drowned and overwhelmed by it. So there's a certain choice around what you need to be looking at as in terms of what you want to achieve. Are you offering that?
I mean, I don't think we're morphing in that direction, but it's definitely something that we offer in terms of the clients that do have questions. They're getting to know the space. They want to learn more about what they can do and what the capabilities are, how everything works. So naturally, we're there and providing that guiding hand to make sure that they're as successful as they can be. Our philosophy and general approach is, if we can help our customers be successful, then we'll together be successful. It goes without saying in a sense, but it is one of our core approaches. So any information that we can provide to them to help them get the job done is in the end going to be beneficial to us.
So as the last question, can you share a little bit of the trends in the data that you're seeing? You know, we heard, for example, some different dynamics in the market, demand not slowing, but certainly not growing, more static for apps. So we have some trends already. What could you share based on your data? Could you give us some high-level trends?
It depends what kind of trends you want to look at. Obviously, there are trends that we can see.
Well, the ones that excite you the most, Daniel. What are you surprised by? What is it that?
I'm surprised actually by the continual push of gaming companies that are, so many games that are out there, but yet so many successful games. The amount of, or the volume of installs that gaming companies are able to drive amazes me. But they're of course not the only vertical that is spending money. I think that we're going to see a very high growth in the e-commerce direction. I think there are some major brands out there that are now starting to get ready to launch those campaigns, invest significantly in engaging with users that have typically been engaged with online or even offline.
So a lot of branded apps, a lot of brands getting into app space. That's what you see ahead in 2015?
I believe so.
This will be a good year for you then, Daniel.
Hopefully so.
Hopefully so. Well, thank you, Daniel. For the App Promotion Summit, I'm Peggy Ann Saltz.